One of the things I absolutely love about Barrow is you can go anywhere in this community and sooner or later you're going to get some of the most genuine smiles and laughs that you've ever seen.
What our community and what our culture is about is putting together elders and youth so they can learn from each other and grow together, and I think that process depicts our culture.
This community is really about sharing and doing for others and respecting elders, and it's just, you know, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. Let's build a community together. And it goes hand in hand with the collaborative art process.
One of the nurses saw the artwork that was down in Anchorage and thought that it'd be a great idea for this to actually be here. When they walk out of the door, the last thing they remember will be maybe the artwork and not the shot that they just got.
Really wanted to do something with grandchildren and elders. And so that idea was kind of born, and then Barrow seemed to be the best place for it, because we are assisting with the elders home here. We've got access to children and grandchildren, and so it just seemed to be the perfect community for it.
You really don't know about the culture of a place until you go there. You read what other people say, but it's not the same thing. Culture up here is it's almost like you live in a different country almost. It's like very different in terms of the values and even the different languages.
The idea of what would happen if we introduced an art opportunity and invited elders and young people and community members to participate and work together, what would happen? And how would it be received in the community, and what could be experienced?
And I felt no at any time here anything but inclusion and mutuality into the community and total support.
It was so easy, not even knowing us, just sitting down and starting to ask them questions or giving them a piece of paper or a piece of material and a pen, and they would start drawing and talking, and it was like a storybook unfolding. They would just start drawing and talking about stories in their lives or events in their lives. The one woman, the piece that was incorporated in a bigger piece that we did for the Wellness Center was a story she told about being a child and running to see the plane come in. And she said that the plane came in, I think, twice a week or something, and it would bring mail. And she said that she was always excited when she saw the plane, and so were the other kids, because they never knew if there was going to be a stranger on the plane or somebody that they didn't know. So it was kind of a cool story.
Everything, the roots and the carcass and everything, and they're all protected in there. They're all packed in very well. That's how they do it. They carry the baby out in the open.
I was very honored to be able to work with the elders and experience their history, because, you know, we're talking thousands and thousands of years that this community has been in existence. And by working with them, I just had not, in my lifetime, I had never been in a situation where I got to sit with so much history and so culturally attached to the Barrow community, you know, over all these years.
What we've really gotten into in Barrow are some very unique programs. One of them is, for example, the elder care facility, where we are contracted by the borough to provide services to elders. That's not something we typically do. And values and expectations set a framework where we can build a common culture together. It's a matter of providing respect to the elders and showing the community that we do provide that blended culture, that we respect their values, but at the same time, the staff don't have to give up their identity to do that. People know Hope, they trust us, and that's what makes it possible for us to do some of these things with the Barrow, is because they know who we are and they trust what we're going to do, and they trust that we're going to do a good job.
They go whaling. What do you call that boat? They made it from seal. Omiak. There you go. Good job, I had to serve some.
It's not one artist, one piece of artwork. It is inviting a group of people, could be a small group or a large group, to conceptualize a project and to make a project. So we may find a drawing from a person at an elementary school or the senior center and enlarge that, and then some other person paints it, or another person has an idea and they cut it out of wood. But everybody brings their abilities and interests to the mix, and what emerges is truly collaborative and unique to the group of people who was brought together.
And you have to, with these collaborative processes, you respond to what's available and what the people want and what they are desiring and what they want to do. And the kids were so open and so receptive of anything. I mean, we basically just kind of caught the principal off guard and the teacher off guard, and showed up and were like, can we have some kids for a few hours and do some drawings? And the kids were just so open to everything. And then when we had kids in the studio working with the elders there, they were just as respectful and just part of the process. So yeah, they were awesome.
It exceeded my expectations in how fluid it was, and that the work just came, and it was, I'm really pleased with how beautiful it is and how well it just fits where it's living now, installed at the wellness center and the schools and the senior center.
Their expression is their expression of their lifestyle and what happens in a day-to-day lifestyle, and it's truly beautiful and really based in the earth and living and surviving, so it's really cool. What I can see is that the harshness of the elements here basically make you band together to survive. This isn't like a plush living up here. It's hardcore survival, and people are working together to survive in the best way they can.
I believe that this community and this culture is ripe for a dedicated community collaborative studio. I think that if a studio was set up where people could come in of all ages and investigate the arts and meet and talk, it would be exceptional.
There's just, it's almost beyond description, the gratitude that I have to have been given this opportunity to come and create art with the elders. I had no concept other than a few pictures that I had seen on the web of what the area looked like, and the darkness and the cold, and I don't know. It's a total sense of gratitude and peace that I was able to come here and experience it.
When we went whaling, this is our igloo and our boat.
Yeah, when you went whaling?
Uh-huh.
When did you go whaling?
On May... What, Mom? May what?
May 10.
May 10, yeah.
I have 5 brothers who are whalers. And they keep the tradition alive.
I'm really hoping maybe we get asked to come back and do a bigger installation somewhere. There's a huge hospital building go up. It would be great to do a wing in the hospital. I'd love to have pieces of artwork that the seniors and the kids in this town have worked on in every building. There's a tendency, it feels like there's a tendency to have calm colors, and I think it's because this is such a calm lifestyle, but I don't know, for me it's more of it's so calm outside, looking, because it's so Arctic up here that it's nice to have a lot of color and splash of goodness.
Just the colors, and I think also it's culturally relevant to where we're at. So the dog sleds, the king eider, the goose are animals and things that have been prevalent here and it will continue to be, and something that the locals and people that live here identify with.
It brings the colorfulness and the playfulness, and that it's a safe place and it's a place for them.
In Hawaii, there is a store called the ABC store, and Michelle Giroux would really appreciate that because she loves the ABC store. It's like a knick-knacky store that you go to, and they have them all over Hawaii. So I come to Barrow, and they have an AC store. They forgot the B because apparently that's just how they are. So I call it the No B store because it should be the ABC store, but it's not. It's the AC store.